This is Copyright CEO here, recording Microsoft Flight Simulator gameplay. So I decided to change tack with the Minecraft thing, and instead play another game I really like to play, Microsoft Flight Simulator. So today I'm going to start with an airplane review, which is something I'll probably do every once in a while, where I review a favorite Flight Simulator aircraft. Just wait while my aircraft selection menu loads. And so, Flight Simulator is a game I've played for a long time, but that I haven't done much with lately. So I've been thinking it would be a pleasant change of events, sort of, if I started doing more with it. Today I'm going to record a Concorde by Libardo Guzman, and on Simviation. So, let's wait. Waiting. Waiting. Finally. Hopefully it's not like this while I'm playing. So, which Concorde do I choose? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother says that you are the best one, and it is it you? Alright, guess we're flying for Platinum Airways. And let's change the call sign so it says copyright, shall we? Alright, it says Platinum Airways here. Yes, I am a part of Platinum Airways, for those who are asking. But let's change it to instead say, I don't know, yeah, I have way too many aircraft. Copyright Air. And tail number should be... Oh, copyright's too long. So Compu. That's fine. Flight number 6, let's say. 6 is a good number. Or no, 28. Better. And should we make it heavy? No, it's not heavy. It's a Concorde. Alright. There, that's set. Now we wait for it to load. And I'm going to take off from a favorite airport of mine called Logan International. It's just somewhere where I go a lot. So, I have way too many aircraft, I know. But while we wait for this Concorde to load... Okay, do not run the XML sound gauge. I don't like it. Wait for the Concorde to load. Waiting, waiting again. Waiting, waiting again for the Concorde to load. Load, you silly plane! Alright, if you want to be like this. So anyways, yeah, I should try to do some more flight reviews at first, where I'll review different aircraft and just say what I think about them. Like going through all the aircraft I have, including the default Flight Simulator ones for those of you who don't play Flight Sim, which, if you don't, you're missing out. Play it. Alright. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Then we change the location to Logan International, which is in Boston, for those of you who don't know. It's quite far away from where I live, though. And which starting position, what gate should we go to? I think we should go to... I'm going to say gate E8 looks quite good. I mean, I know it says heavy, but our aircraft should fit in it. I'm just making sure it fits. Better for it to be too big than too small. So, okay, Logan International. Gate E8 heavy. And 3:38 p.m. for timing is okay. That's okay. Fair weather's fine for showing off this aircraft. And let's fly now. It might take a while to load, because my computer's kind of slow. Alright, load. Load. Hola. Load. Shalom. Load. Load. Oh, well, it's 30%. Let's wait. I know this has been a lot of waiting, and I apologize for this. Yeah, I really do. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm going to do today is show it off, taxiing around Logan, and then taking off and showing its capabilities. Is like what it can do at altitude and at the right speed. I'm just going to show it off, pretty much. And I probably will not show the landing performance, because that's pretty much the same with all aircraft. I'm just going to show off how it taxis and flies. Is because I just think, personally, that would be a good thing to show. Alright, let's wait. Alright, loading complete. Alright, so where's the plane if loading's complete? Aha, here we are. Now, I personally do not like virtual cockpits in Flight Simulator. Instead, I much prefer normal cockpits. Sure, it makes it harder to see, but it makes it normal. Now, this package is not included normally with it. It's just because I'm a part of Platinum Airways, and if you're not, you're missing out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And Platinum Airways is really awesome. And now, cockpit loaded. And let's look around at the outside of the plane first. Alright, there's the... Alright, we'll look more at the cockpit instruments later. Now, it takes a minute for it to load the scenery, so let's wait. Alright, so it has the little tail wheel. Load already. Okay, we can see Delta's hangar in the back. I particularly don't really like Delta. Shh, and shh, record. Alright, so the plane's loaded and the airport's loaded. We're here at the gate E8 Heavy, and from the outside, already it looks pretty nice in the Platinum Airways livery. And there's the little tail wheel at the back that I'm going to hover my mouse over. This was so that it didn't tail scrape during takeoff and flaring during landing. There's the engines, and I'm just going to, look around it. Alright, there's what it looks like from the back. That's from the back. That's from the side. You can see the doors. Doors there, which in a minute I'll open them, just to show that they do in fact open. Now at this parking spot there's no jetway, but it does connect to them. Doors opening. Alright, let me open that door. Alright, you can see the door opening. And then I'm going to close it. Alright, and so the nose, of course. A Concorde wouldn't be complete if the nose didn't droop. So we're going to droop it. I'm going to press the flaps down button. And that does part of it. And that's now the windshield down, but the nose still pointed straight. Now we're going to droop it at 5 degrees. It's 5 degrees. And then the lowest droop setting, which is what I'm supposed to have it at to taxi. Which is this 12 degrees. And for those who don't know, the Concorde, not Compurite, was a supersonic airliner that traveled at about twice the speed of sound, or Mach 2, and was used for transatlantic routes by British Airways and Air France in the 1970s through 1990s. Unfortunately, it was retired after a crash, but there were a total of, I think, 20 of them built. And yeah, so yeah, now to look at from the tower all we can see is the fin. But anyways, this is what the pilots would look like. And there's the instrument panel. See, it says the nose is down. It says that the landing gear's down. Here's all the controls and the most important cluster. Cluster up right here where the co-pilot would have been. Here's the autopilot controls. Although the original Concorde would not have had a GPS, this one does. As if I press Shift 3, it should get one. Or no, that's engine controls. Sorry. Which one does GPS then? I know there's a button for it somewhere, but I can't seem to find it right now. And here's the lights thing. Alright, we're going to turn on taxi lights, which you can see on the outside that I've turned on the taxi lights. Oh, you can't see because you really only see them at night. Right, but anyways, so why are we waiting? Alright, so to taxi, I'm going to go into top-down view, which is a useful view for those who don't know, because you can see where your aircraft is, and if you turn on progressive taxi, which I often do, then you can tell where, then you can normally see, well, actually, let's see if we can get a jetway. No, we can't. So anyways, this is totally irrelevant, but an interesting fact about me is that I really like chocolate cake. And so yes, we're now going to talk to ATC. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to ask them to request taxi to depart or to remain in pattern. Alright, so there we've received our information now. Now I'm going to acknowledge my taxi clearance. And progressive taxi means that little lines appear on the ground telling you where to go. Now that I've turned it on, those lines should appear. Let's see, here they are. They're faint at this view, but yeah, let's get a pushback tug here. Alright, it's approaching the plane. And you can see it has that little speck there. And we're going to up the throttle a little bit to back away from the gate. We're backing up from the gate. Then we're going to turn this thing around. Alright, we're going kind of slow. And there is a little bit of lag here. I'm sorry about that. It's just because my computer is kind of slow. I apologize for that. I'm just trying to taxi as fast as I safely can. It refuses to let me push back faster than a certain speed. Alright, so I'm going to stop the pushback in a minute and turn around. Yeah, once I get there, I'm going to stop the pushback. Alright, stop. Shift P. Stop, pushback. Alright, there the pushback tug's leaving. Let's go back to the cockpit just to see that. And now we're sort of visible for... Yeah, there's the pushback tug that helped us a minute ago. And now, to continue the taxi. I'm going to taxi kind of slowly, and this is what the scenery of Logan Airport looks like for those of you who don't know. Which I, of course, know. But for those of you who don't, this is what it looks like. If you ever choose to go to Boston, this is probably what airport you're going to fly into. Because it's an international airport, and I believe a Concorde only ever flew here once, though. Normally they flew into JFK Airport in New York. So if I wanted to be totally historically accurate, I probably should have flown out of JFK. But hey, this is just to demonstrate the aircraft. It doesn't totally matter which airport I'm coming out of. Let's see, I'm going to follow the taxi lines. Try to get myself straightened out on the taxiway. Yeah, and this is top-down view, which is helpful for taxiing, but not much else, especially with large aircraft. But also with small aircraft, because then you can see these little lines on the screen that I'll hover my mouse over for progressive taxi, which will show you where to go. Alright, we're going to turn a little bit. Slight rudder and ailerons. Or rather, as they're called, elevons, because a Concorde, if you didn't know, well, if we look at it from the tail, it didn't exactly have one. And here we are back in the cockpit. See, it's hard to follow from here, kind of, because we can't really see much around us. There's another plane taking off right there. Alright. Runway 4L is some distance from here, but we should be able to find it. So, thank you for viewing, and this is not over, don't worry, but yeah, I just thank you for viewing my videos, because, really, making videos is something I enjoy, and Flight Simulator is, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe and comment and rate it, and I still find it annoying there's only thumbs up and thumbs down. I wish there was different starred ratings. If I'd designed YouTube, that would be the way it would be. But I haven't designed YouTube. So anyways, we're going to taxi the runway. Then when we get to the runway, we're going to raise the nose to 5-degree droop, and then we're going to, once we're in the air, raise it to straight ahead so we can accelerate and climb. One of the things that allowed it to go so fast was that it was very straight. Alright, so can that plane please pull its tail out? The Concorde, if you didn't notice when I was going over it visually, doesn't really, doesn't have a tail, so it has elevons. Which does make it a somewhat more difficult plane to control, but not by much. Still, it's reasonably fun to fly. I'm going to go through lots of planes, including some of the default Flight Simulator aircraft, so that you can know a little bit more about them that you may not have known. So another interesting fact about the Concorde that most people didn't know was that it was not very luxurious. Sure, it had great service on board, but it was not luxurious in any way. There was no first class. It was all pretty much economy class. Or coach class, or whatever they call it these days. I prefer referring to it as economy class. Coach class makes it sound kind of bad. And so, don't mind my kind of messy taxiing. I promise you that I'm better at this in the air than I am on the taxiway. Because the Concorde just wasn't fun to taxi, it was fun to fly. Okay, is that runway 4L? Yeah, I think that's it, up ahead. Yep, runway 4L. We've almost reached our destination, at which point I'll have to request takeoff clearance. Yeah, I'll have to request the takeoff clearance so that we're allowed to lift off. And so I'm just going to hold at the runway line and go back to cockpit view. I never liked virtual cockpits. I find it that they obscure too many of the instruments. And I personally love instruments and would prefer to feel more like a real pilot. Although top-down view is normally what I'd use for taxiing, just because it makes it easier. And taxiing is not my strong spot. When it comes to aircraft, I'm better at flying them than I am at taxiing them. And if I run onto the grass, please don't get mad. Yep, looks like we're gonna hit the grass. Not for long, though. Alright, turn other way. Other way, Concorde. You may have to do a little bit of back taxiing, rather, to get it lined up correctly. Yeah, I'm sorry about all this lag again. I apologize. Is that you have to watch such a laggy video. Too bad there's no auto taxi. Yeah, I doubt such a thing has ever been invented. Unfortunate. And from the control tower, you still can't see us. Alright, sorry about the grass. Sorry, grass. Sorry, people who run Logan Airport and are in charge of the grass. I never understood why they put grass here anyways. Why don't they just pave all of it? All of it and just mark where you're supposed to be. Instead of... Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to have to do some maneuvers I probably shouldn't have done. And I may even have to do a pushback, which I know I'm not supposed to do. I know it's kind of cheating. But at least it's not as cheaty as something else I might do, like using slew mode. Okay, good. Looks like I might not have to push back after all. Alright, we're almost at runway 4L. Alright, we're going to turn a little more. I still find it interesting how a tiny pushback tug can push an airplane backwards when that airplane weighs several hundred tons. A fully loaded Concorde weighed, I believe, near 200 tons. Sorry about the noise from the other room. Alright. Alright, we're inching towards the hold point. Alright, inching towards it. Start braking now. Don't want to block it. Alright, let's go out of top-down view and inspect the plane. Like, point out all the stuff I was trying to point out. Outside view, spot. Yes, I do have a joystick. It's right in front of me, I'm using it. So yeah, what I mean by elevons is there's no normal rudder here. Well, I mean, there is a rudder, but there's no elevator panel, and there's no rear stabilizer, so they have elevons. If I do that, yeah, I can lift the elevons, I can lower them, I can do a barrel roll with them while I'm in the air, which is one of the tests I normally will do in these. But anyways, let's request our takeoff clearance, shall we? Alright, we're not perfectly aligned, but we still should be able to take off. Alright, tune the tower again. Request takeoff clearance. Yes, I'm going to request takeoff clearance. Alright, acknowledge takeoff clearance. Alright. Alright, so, sorry about the noise. Anyways, so, now we'll hear a good noise. The sound of a jet engine revving up. Alright, we're going to accelerate down this runway. And for those who say you can't do anything in the normal cockpit view, well, sorry, but you can. Okay, the nose is, okay, rotation speed. Let's look at ourselves in spot mode. Alright, we've run off the runway a little bit. That's fine. And we are lifting off. Sorry about the wingtip thing. Sorry, I'm getting some lag. Retract gear. Sorry, that's an add-on I have. If you hear somebody doing an announcement, sorry about that. Let's level out here, and gain some speed.
Don't sink.
Stop saying that. I'm not going to crash. I know more about flying this than you, Mr. Autopilot. Alright. Alright, do not crash into that Cessna that's many nautical miles away that seems to be coming into land. Do not crash. Wait, it's coming at us. Uh-oh. We'd better clear. Alright. Alright, taxi lights can be turned off. Strobe light, I don't think we need it, because it's not dark, but at the altitude that this thing cruises at, you do need it, even during the day. Even though I probably can't see it right now. You sort of can. I guess you sort of can right there, that blinking red light on the tail. Alright, now let's straighten up the nose. Flaps up. Nose up. And let's just make sure of that. Alright. Yep, nose is up. And there, you can kind of see us from the tower. Looks pretty amazing so far. Alright, I can't get the afterburners to switch on. I don't know why exactly. Or have I gotten them to turn on? I can't tell. Alright, just hold this speed of climb. Vertical speed hold. Alright, turn it off. I told you to turn off vertical speed holder. Off. Turn flight director off. I'll turn it back on when we get to altitude. Alright. Still climbing. Still climbing. Remember, we're only at 16,000 feet. Cruising altitude for a Concorde is, if I remember correctly, 53,000 feet. Yes, I know, oxygen masks don't work if you depressurize at that altitude, but no Concorde ever depressurized at altitude. There was only one fatal crash with one, ever. Alright, so... Wait, I forgot to do one thing. I really should have done this 1 minute ago. Oh, here's the thing for the GPS that I was looking for the whole time. Alright, which button is it? Please tell me I hit the right button and that I didn't accidentally activate. Aha, yes I did. Fasten seatbelts. Yeah, that's just an add-on I have that'll tell me that. I know. Stop it. Stop it, little flight attendant person inside the plane. Alright, there's the GPS. So if you're wondering where we are, we're in Massachusetts. Although I don't think we're over land anymore. So yeah, Wizard of Oz moment. Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Although I doubt we can fly to Oz since it doesn't exist last I checked. Although I liked the book series, I don't think we can fly there. It didn't exist last I checked. Alright, keep climbing. No sonic booms are legal over land, so we'd better be careful about that. We haven't broken the sound barrier yet. But when we level out to cruise, we're breaking it. Sorry, but we are. Alright, but we're gonna break it. Oh, oops, we're climbing too much. Bad. Bad plane. Don't climb too much. Otherwise, you will lose speed and stall. You don't want to stall. Alright, we're climbing. We're climbing. Alright, we're gonna level out and gain some speed. We don't need auto brakes. And we don't need to right now, but there's the switch for them if you were wondering. We've still got 92% fuel. Alright, we're going to continue climbing. Look, is this boring for you? I don't know. It's kind of boring for me. You know, if you want, I could just use skew mode, but hey, that's kind of cheating. Too cheaty, if you ask me, to use skew mode. However, if you want, we could cruise a little lower. You know, let me actually ask people of that. I'll pause the simulation and go ask some people whether we should cruise a little lower. People, should we? No, let's cruise at normal altitude. Okay, that's the imaginary people on board the plane saying that they want to cruise at normal altitude, so we'll do that. Because there's imaginary people here that I just made up completely. Okay, alright, some turbulence, it would appear. Or more likely, me fumbling on the joystick. Alright, don't lose speed, don't lose altitude. Keep climbing, keep on climbing. Does that say altitude or attitude? I think that says altitude, but I can't be certain. Hovering my mouse over it reveals no clues. Imaginary people on the plane, are you sure, certain that you want, are you still certain that you want to cruise at normal altitude? Yes, we are! Yes, we are, CompuRate CEO! Alright, well, that's fine. It'll just take a little longer to climb then. Well, it's their time. Alright, we're climbing a little fast anyways. And so, yeah. The real Concorde captains, I assume, had a lot more training than me. And were much higher qualified. Alright, lift, nose. Or not. Level. I'll accelerate before climbing more. Alright, we're losing altitude. Look, today, for the purposes of this, I'm just going to cruise at 50,000. No, don't freeze, don't crash. Look, what you did. Flight simulator, what are you at? What are you going at? Don't make me stall this. From 60,000 feet, though, let me just say it is beautiful. You can see the curvature of the Earth. See. No, I don't mean you can learn about it. I mean you can see it, physically. It almost looks like you're in space, actually, at that altitude. Although, one thing I'm going to review later can actually take us to space. Although, it'll be a while before I get around to reviewing that. Look, why don't we just cruise at 40,000 today? We're almost there. Don't stall now. Don't chicken out, plane. Okay, why am I still hearing stuff from the Boston Tower? We're miles away by now. Oh, lift. Lift the nose. Look, you didn't see anything. I'm just going to skew up to 50,000 feet. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Just to show that it can fly. And I'm going to climb the remaining thousand feet. Alright, we're going to climb the remaining distance ourselves. No, we're losing altitude. Look, let's go up to 60,000 feet. Then we're going to do a little bit of a dive. See, look, this is what the world looks like from up here. Never wondered what they see on the ISS? This is as close as you'll get without leaving the atmosphere. Okay, it looks like we're kind of stalling. Yes, but here's the Platinum Airways livery this high in the sky. Okay, we've broken the sound barrier, finally. However, we will possibly need to skew. Alright, this is higher than it normally would have cruised, yet we're going to do this for the purposes of today. We're going to do an altitude hold. And then we're going to do a let's speed it. Oh wait, I forgot to auto throttle. No, don't set the auto throttle. Do not set auto throttle. Where's the wing leveler? Alright, now we're just going to set the auto throttle. And is this the Mach number that's going to go to? Okay, this is on autopilot now. Let's just get up to Mach 2 this way. It might take a minute. So, yeah. We've got some waiting time while the auto throttle takes us up to Mach 2. Yeah, I know I should be doing this myself, but I'm too lazy. Alright. Wait, I think I just told it to go way too low. Alright. Let me just adjust this slightly. This is going to cost us some speed, but will get us up to normal altitude. Actually, who needs that altitude? Why don't we go down to just 51,000? It'll be fine. That would be fine. Someday I'll try flying a Concorde as a glider. It'd be an interesting challenge. So yeah, here we are. Speeding up. Machometer, Mach 1.77. Soon we should reach Mach 2. No, no, no. Not that. Not that. Hold on. No, it's cut the engines? But no, 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 no. Bad. Bad Concorde. Alright, this is kind of frustrating. Alright. Alright, try to reset this. Without my mouse getting bumped and messing it up. Okay. Alright. Finish adjusting auto throttle. I wish I could just, like, type it in. Alright, it's gonna... Alright. I'm busy showing. Alright. Alright, we're going to set it for the cruising speed. Auto throttling. Alright. Let it run itself by auto throttle. And, well, let's just wait. It's holding its altitude. Well, it's auto throttling up to full speed. And someday I should, yeah, basically, this is an awesome plane to fly. If you don't have it already, get it. If it's not already in your flight simulator collection, get it. It's downloadable from simviation.com, which is my favorite place to download aircraft, and no, I was not paid by them to say that. Alright, so hurry up, Concorde. Throttle up to full speed. And alright. So, alright, so it's going to soon be at full speed. Alright. Go to full speed. Now. Alright, Mach 1.92. 1.93. 1.94. This is getting exciting as I show its full speed. Now this is how a normal Concorde flight would have started on the flight deck. Pretty much. So yeah. It's going to continue flying itself pretty much as it accelerates. It's going to kind of fly itself. For most of the flight, it did fly itself on autopilot. Thank God for the autopilot. Yeah, it's about to... What happened? Hello? Anybody there? What happened? Oh, that fixed it. Cruising it. If only it could accelerate itself faster. Accelerate faster, Concorde. Mach 2! Yes! We have hit Mach 2. Then we are just going to auto throttle it to, then we're just going to, and this is what a Concorde looked like at altitude. Sort of. And we're barely visible on the aircraft control tower. And there we are, Mach 2. And there you have it, the Concorde. Flight director off, autopilot off, auto throttle off. And we're going to just end this with a crazy nosedive. We're not making final preparations for landing, flight attendant lady. Any virtual flight attendant? So, and there you have it, the Concorde. I know I'm going too fast, but there you have it. Thank you.